It's one of the NFL's truly iconic stadiums, and the oldest one still in use. It's Soldier Field in Chicago. Coming up, a contest that looks real good on paper between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Chicago Bears. Santos out for the opening kick. And here we go from Chicago. To return, here's Raheem Mostert. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful effort.
At their own 19-yard line.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. And the first carry here for Ashton Genty. Up to the races, middle of the field. Hits the 20. He makes it in for the touchdown. The Raiders take a 6-0 lead right away. So one snap, and they're in the end zone, Brock. Tell those stat keepers to be ready. Might be a very busy game for them.
I'm kind of up for that. You kind of like that little pace?
A hundo, partner, 100%.
And to do it on the ground, to boot. What a way to begin the proceedings. The first punch thrown in the 4-quarter boxing match ends up being a haymaker.
Carlson all set now for the kickoff. Devin Duvernay to return it. And the tackle's made as he gets it out to the 32. The Bears making their way up to the line. Here comes 1st and 10. Now here's DeAndre Swift on the ground. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down in just one play. Get that big play potential on the ground. Jeez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
First down throw by Williams. And he'll manage what he can up to the 48. Kevin White hauls him down.
Positive with that effort, you didn't go backwards, didn't have a negative play. If there was a negative, you didn't get a whole lot done with your legs. Got to be more efficient now on 2nd down.
Williams from the gun. Hits his target, that's DJ Moore. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that'll be 1st down Chicago. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. We're going to run here. Kyle Manunga. And this run is going to push it inside the 40. Give him 7 there.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
Has his man. It's the Michigan rookie. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. It's a gain of 4 there, and it'll be first down Bears. Offense already looking like they're at mid-game form. They've got it down to the 32. First down, here's Swift. And this is going to go for about an 8-yard pickup as he takes him inside the 30-yard line. After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 24-yard line.
Now Williams. It's taken in by Lomadunze. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down. And that right there is about the best you can hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and 2 guys can't stop one.
Now it's Manunga. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears finish off their opening drive. All right, partner, 1 drive in, and we can say this guy's been perfect. 4 passes, no incompletions, and that touchdown to end it.
And you and I both know that incompletion will come eventually. Might not arrive for a while. Man, that offense was humming on that opening drive, and they can't wait for their second bite.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. And this is going to bounce out of the end zone, so they will set up shop at the 35.
At their own 35-yard line.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. First play is going to be a give to Jency. And they are all the way across midfield before he's brought down. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And that's a Vegas first down.
Run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know you can set the table for more.
One play in, Brock, and his drive is already in enemy territory.
Here we go, here we go.
Smith in the pistol. Completed over the middle. He hangs on to that football, Brock, through a well-timed tackle. Nice gain. They're down to the 36.
Las Vegas first down. A gain of 11 on the play.
First give of the game here to Raheem Mostert. And he works his way for a gain of 4. Offense in the hurry up here.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the gun, Smith. This is caught. That's Bowers working downfield. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders break the tie here in the first. Brock Bowers, the touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Carlson all set now for the kickoff. Here's Duvernay on the return. Making some progress here. Showed some nice bursts on that run back, didn't he? Getting them all the way out to their own 40.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, they got a tackle behind the line, but a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
To throw is Williams. Chased out to his right. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. Well, he'd been perfect to that point on the drive, but first time we've seen this coverage force him into a misstep in a while.
I know you hear me talk all the time, Kate, about the rhythm of an offense, right?
Yep.
And I look at it through those optics so much, but it's the same thing defensively. You've got to get a stop, see the ball hit the ground to knock them out of that rhythm.
Pass brought in by Burton. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. He skips down inside the 35-yard line.
It's a gain of 27 yards. That's good for our Bears.
So that connection for a first will bring us to the end of the first. It's a 14-7 game. Back to Soldier Field in just a moment. We're back and all set for the second quarter. Bears football. They've got a first to begin the frame. Now run it with Manunga. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And that'll be first down, Chicago.
That's another Bears first down. First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Williams on the play action. Escapes the pocket. This play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made.
And if you've heard me say it once, you've heard me say it 100 times. Completions, completions, completion. Well, that wasn't a pass. It was a scramble. But the Nets, the same thing, keeping this offense on schedule.
They go with Manunga here. They stopped him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. Third down coming up. Seventh play of the drive now as they need a yard here on third down. Running for it, it's Swift. And he's going to have enough for the first down. Not by much, but he got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a first and goal.
Another Bears first down.
Working from the gun, Williams. Now he just throw it away, but here comes the flag. There was nobody in the neighborhood of that one. No one in the area. He was still in the pocket. Seems like a pretty cut and dry intentional grounding to me.
Seems like you want to be an official someday, Kate.
Maybe.
Yeah, because you nailed that one.
This is going to be incomplete again. Defender knocks this one away. That brings up third down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not two hands that got on the football.
Third and goal. It's Williams. And he'll score. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Brings in the kick at the 9. He's stopped on the run back at the 27.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense is set. First and 10. Straight ahead with Genty. Makes the tackle. And that's an 8-yard chunk to start this one. That brings up 2nd and 2.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable 2nd down.
Here we go, hey. Good shot.
Out of the gun, here's Smith. Has him on the quick hitter. And his short game gets them a new set of downs. It goes to the hurry-up offense here.
That's good for Las Vegas. First down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Pistol give here to Mostert. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that game. Hit made by T.J. Edwards. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Shotgun snap to Smith. That's caught. Here's Zamir White. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and then netted some positive yards.
Smith on 3rd and short. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
Smith on 4th down. Oh, put some heat on this deep. He's got it inside the 25. He does it. Touchdown. The Raiders take a 2nd quarter lead.
That's some good old-fashioned playground football. Even at the elementary school, find the fastest kid and let him run.
Carlson to tack on the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Raiders break that tie and now lead by 7.
Bears 14. Daniel Carlson to kick off for Las Vegas.
Carlson all set now for the kickoff. From his own end zone, here we go. Making some progress here. And he's brought down to end that run back, and we have reached our 2-minute warning. The Bears with some nice field position as they get set. 1st and 10. One guy with it. And this great effort winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down. Fresh set of downs now from 39.
And the Bears first down.
Off the play fake, Williams. Headed out right. Hits his target. That's Durham Smythe. He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Williams with a quick pass out wide. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears earn the chance to tie it before that time. DJ for the touchdown. Santos now for the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Bears tie this game at 21. After tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Has this at the 6. And he gave it his best to get to the 25, just a step or two short of it. He's out along the 24-yard line. All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Smith. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Raiders moving quickly, trying to get set as the clock continues to run.
12 yards. It's second down.
Smith to the air now. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, third down. Coming up.
I hate to be Mr. Negative guy, but a sack 2 plays ago, an incompletion right there. All that's missing, Kate, is an interception on this play, and you're going to hand this quarterback a misfortune trifecta that nobody wants.
Third and long for him here. It's complete. This is Bowers. And this is going to be out of bounds. Defense catches up to him near that 45. That one goes for 31 yards. And the Raiders are going to have a first down. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Running on first with Mostert. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down. Raiders moving quickly, trying to get set as the clock continues to run. Throwing is Smith. Gets this to Michael Mayer. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. They'll get 31 yards on the play. And that's a Vegas first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Smith on first down. On the move, headed right. He's keeping it. Smith lost it, but it bounces out of bounds, so they'll retain possession. Well, nearly the end of that series, partner. You could almost see those players rooting for the ball to bounce across that sideline before a defender made the recovery.
Yeah, sometimes that sideline's a player's worst enemy, but sometimes it could be their best friend, and this is one of those times where that best friend delivered.
Hey, trio left.
Shotgun snap. They'll throw. And he brings it in. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders take the lead just before halftime. Brock Bowers, the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. Carlson now to add one more. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Raiders break that tie and now lead by 7. Carlson all set now for the kickoff. And it didn't look like he was seriously considering a return there, did it? So that touchback going to come out to the 35. It's 1st and 10 for their final drive of the half. We've got 23 seconds remaining. Williams from the gun. Finds him on the crossing route. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. The Bears decide to call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. One play in, Brock, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Williams to throw on first. That is incomplete. Down to 13 seconds left.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Williams. And that is incomplete. 8 seconds left now. Just couldn't find Romadunze there. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
3rd down, here's Williams. Complete beyond the marker. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. The Bears bring on Cairo Santos for the field goal. A 49-yarder in front of him here. Santos' kick is good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. The first half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the second half. We're underway. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. The Bears decide to call their first timeout, as that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way. Some nice field position here. Bears getting set. 1st and 10. Design bootleg here. He rolls to his right. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
One play action. Williams. Connects on the crosser. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10.
And the Bears first down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Now an inside handoff to Swift. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
And give them 10 yards there. A lot of work done as they set up 3rd and very short.
Brings up 3rd down.
To the ground, it's Manunga. And they bring him down around the 34. Give him 8 on that one. And it'll be 1st down Bears.
That's good for a Bears 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 34.
On play action, here's Williams. Has it downfield, working the left. And he's going to be stopped, but not before dealing some damage. He's down to the 12. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
Bears 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Now we're on the counter. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
Williams set to pass. Forced down to his right. Has it down close. And he's going to go out with a pickup of 3. So chipping away a few here ahead of this third down.
Timing on routes change when you leave the pocket. It really does become, well, the schoolyard. And you got to scramble around. What a great adjustment to still deliver a clean ball.
They'll run it here on third down. And ooh, this one does not have a chance. They were ready for that one. And the effort brings up fourth down.
A gain of only a yard. It's fourth down.
Offense is staying out there, and they're ready to go for it on fourth down.
What is up?
He's back to throw. Buys time, rolling right. And he scores. It is a Chicago touchdown. The Bears take the lead right away in half number 2. DJ for the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. Slant route, as it does so many times every game we call, Brock. Paying dividends. Made that touchdown look a lot easier than it was.
An uncontested release that close to the end zone spells disaster for a defense every time, Kate. You got to have a whole lot more physicality at the point of attack because a QB is always going to be looking for that short little slant near the goal line.
That one splits the uprights. And the Bears push their lead to 3. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. This return starts at the 5. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Raiders just about ready for this one. It's first and 10.
Here we go.
Smith in the pistol. Flushed out of the pocket. Thomas snags it over the middle. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. Working quickly here. It's Mostert on second down. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
First and 10 from the 32.
2 yards on the play. And the Raiders.
Shotgun snap to Smith. This is brought in. Big game for Lockett. He's taken down as he takes this to the 38. It's a 30-yard gain, Brock, so unsurprisingly, that gives him a first down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. Hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up second and 7.
Brings up second and 7.
No ball. You're not even set.
Out of the gun, here's Smith. This is Cox, that's Bowers working downfield. Tackle made at the 10, first and goal coming up.
Wow, certainly found the weak spot in the coverage with that catch. Really goes to show they trust every single player, receiver, running back, in that case tight end, to be a playmaker in this offense.
They'll run with Mostert. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one. Offense up to the line fast.
7-yard line. A gain of 3 brings up second and goal.
From the gun, Smith. Rolling left, buying some time. Caught just shy of the goal line. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. On third and goal, Smith pushes it towards his running back, but it's going to wind up incomplete. So that brings up fourth down.
I know that you and I love, Kate, looking at plays and discussing them and all the different outlets and checkdowns, and usually there's a completion to be had, but not against this defense. Not on that one.
Here we go. Get ready to sit up. We're good.
He'll throw it. Forces that one, and it's intercepted. Tremaine Edmonds has it. And the Bears are stopped a little beyond the 10-yard line on the return. There are costly interceptions, Brock, and then there are interceptions inside the red zone in the second half of a one-score game.
And if there is ever a time where ball security is paramount, it is right now. They made a great play. Don't get me wrong. They deserve a ton of credit right there. But as a quarterback, you cannot risk a turnover. It's touchdown, it's check down, it's throw the ball away. You're literally throwing points away with that pick.
So we hit the end of the third quarter. It's Bears football to begin the fourth as they try to hang on to the lead in a close game. First and 10 from the 32. Running behind center with Swift. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that'll be first down, Chicago.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Staying grounded with Swift. And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
Off the play fake, Williams. That's complete, Cole Kmet. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. So a new set of downs. Here we go, first and 10.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
This is Swift. He works it down inside the 40. That's a run of 8.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Second and a yard.
What is up?
Here's Swift on second down. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
Hey, I know the temptation is there. If I'm thinking in the booth, I know that play caller is too. That could have been a chance to be aggressive. Not the case. Go get the first down like they did, and a new set of downs to work with.
What is up?
Now it's Mananga. And he nearly gets them into the red zone as he's down at the 22. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
Offense there, Kate, went heavy with that 13 personnel. 1 back, 3 tight ends, and those 3 added blockers. Just the element they needed to spring that run.
32, what is up?
First down, and they go right back to it. Like the turnaround these last 2 plays, huh? Nice gain on 1, and now they get him behind the line. Ooh, talk about a bad look there, Brock. Going jumbo set and still moving backwards after that play.
I don't think you're talking to this defense, Kate, because I think they thought that was an excellent look to knock that thing backwards.
Yeah, good point, good point. On the ground with Swift. Looks like he gained about 3 yards. It's also going to bring up third down. It's the 2-minute warning from Chicago. Bears holding on to a field goal lead. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Looking to throw. It's on target to Moore. And this drive is going to continue. He's taken down the 2 on 3rd down. They've got themselves a 1st and goal.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Manunga has the Chicago touchdown. The Bears parlay the interception into points. So that should be the one that does it, Brock. A big one late that puts them up here 2 scores.
What a complete performance overall. Clock where it is and where it stands right now, Kate, that should be the capper. And that is so satisfying as an offense to go up 2 scores.
That one right down the middle. And the Bears make it a 10-point ball game.
Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Return coming from the 6. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line.
Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10. Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. Completed to his running back. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it stops.
Okay, I know exactly what's going to happen. I've seen it once. I've seen it 100 times. Next week on the practice field, this running back's going to say, see, I'm not just a running back. I can play receiver. And you receivers, you couldn't do my job, but I just showed you I could do yours.
Rolling left side, Dallas has it. And they're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts. Down a couple of scores. Those 2 timeouts they've got left are going to be crucial. Here's 1st down.
11 on the play. 1st down, Raiders.
Tuesday.
Pressure comes. Smith. And this one's incomplete. Too low as it skips off the ground. Trying getting that one to Brock Bowers. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Smith yet again. Hits his running back. It's a race down the right side. And he hits the end zone. Touchdown. I hope nobody left early, Brock, because we have still got a game.
I think he'll take his highlights however he can get them on a handoff, pin-off, a pass. It really doesn't matter. The important thing is he gets the ball, he gets the touch, and he can do his damage big time.
And he connects there, so now another kick from him. A field goal to tie this game in the 4th.
Daniel Carlson to kick off for the Raiders.
All is set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Here's Duvernay on the return. Pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29.
Bears take over 1st and 10.
Chicago bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it with Manunga. And he's got the 1st down for the Bears, Brock, and that should clinch them this win.
A run like that, it's just everybody gets to breathe. Things become so much easier when you start a drive with momentum like that.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10.
What is going on?
They go with Mananga here. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2. The timeout taken by Vegas. That's its second. And they'll have just 1 left to burn now. Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Another carry for him. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. He can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain. Now with 8 seconds remaining in the game, they're going to burn their final timeout. Setting up for the kneel down on 3rd. He's drawn up for him. So Soldier Field sees another win for the Bears. And finally, Brock, they can exhale and take a few breaths. Because I don't imagine any of them were breathing easy during that one with how close this game was.
Them or us? We're both.
All of us.
Yeah,
all of the above.
It is so hard, Kate, to match the adrenaline surge they feel right now and that they felt at every major turn throughout the second half. There's just something about a close game, the intensity that's there in every moment that you love to experience as a player, and that you hope in all these moments you can execute so you're the one celebrating and riding that wave of emotion.